Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Today, me and Nazwa will present about US and China technology war, strategies, and impact. Or in subterm, there is navigating the global struggle for technological dominance. And then, in our group, we have two person. And the first one is, please introduce yourself.
Hello, sir. My name is Nazo Advenisa Storus, and my ID is A1999325.
Okay. And then the second one is myself. My name is Muhammad Janif Dila, and my number is A1999323. Okay, we go to introductions. In introduction, there is US Tiongkok technology war. The technology war between the United States and China covers several complex issues, including the competition in high-tech development, cybersecurity, and trade policy. Sorry, the trade war between the United States and China has now spread to competitions in marking technology based on weapons, which ultimately leads to conflict in cyberspace, even leading to the to theft of intellectual property. And then from the Jacob Hall, if the phenomenon, the Great War in his latest book, The Virus of War, Technology and the Global Struggle for Power. And then the Jacob said, if I understand war is a scary concept, but calling it a rivalry or competition is a disservice. Jacob Helber, The Wires of War in his book. Okay. We continue to the next slide.
Okay, for the next is background. The United States is a great power country that dominate the international structure after the Cold War victory of the Soviet Union from political, military, and economic aspect. The US is, of course, aware that China relatively rapid growth and strengthening could be a threat to its country. So the two countries finally experienced an escalation of conflict in the economic aspect, known as the trade war in 2018. The trade war was the beginning of the real war, namely the technology war in 2018. China introduced 5G internet technology through the communication equipment and network technology company, it is Huawei. This is 5G internet of fifth generation cellular network offers data transfer that is 100 times faster than the previous generation, which is can connect everything more effectively and efficiently. And this put China in a prime position to lead the spread of global 5G internet technology.
Okay, thank you. And then we continue to the next slide or the next part. There is economic and technological impact. And then in economic and technological impact, there I have a 3 point. The first is impact on China. Potential impact on China economy could involve reduced foreign investment and restrictions on technology trade, which could show economic growth. Chinese technology companies, especially those involved in key sectors such as telecommunications and artificial intelligence, may face trade barriers and restrictions on access to foreign technology. And then the second one is impact on South Korea. South Korea, with a strong technology industry, could experience similar impact to China, especially if there are trade on technology restrictions imposed by the United States. Technology companies such as semiconductor, manufacturer, and telecommunications companies may have to face barrier to trade and technology competitions. And the last one is impact on Malaysia. Malaysia, will not as big as China or South Korea in the technology industry, can still feel the impact of its influence on global supply chains and trade. Malaysian technology companies may experience indirect impact of change in global trade dynamic, especially in there are disruptions in technology supply chains. Okay, to the next slide.
Okay, we continue. The next slide is consequence of the technology war. The first is restriction on innovation, economic uncertainty, and international cooperation. In restriction on trade, access to foreign technology can hinder innovation in this country. as local company might find it difficult to access the latest technology. And in economic uncertainty, economic tension and change in trade policies can create economic uncertainty across the region, affecting investment and growth. And the last is internal cooperation. This impact can trigger this country further to the strengthen international cooperation with alternative trade and investment partner. So this is important to note that this situation is very dynamic and may change over time with factors such as government policies, diplomacy, and the evolution of the conflict between the US and China influence the ultimate impact. Okay, the next will be continued with Xian.
Okay. And the other standards leading technologies. In technological warfare between the US and China will continue to encourage innovations and the development of new technologies. So it is important to follow development in various industries and monitor the directions of investment and research projects in both countries to gain further insight into the technologies that might dominate the future. The following are several technologies that are predicted to become leading technologies. And there I have the three predicted to become a leading technology. The first is artificial intelligence or AI. AI and machines learning development remains a key area with large investment from both countries. The competition for excellence in data processing, intelligent algorithm, and AI application from military and civilians need will continue and always continue. And then the second one is 6G technology. With the ongoing development and implementation of the 5G network, the focus has begun to shift to the next generation technology, namely 6G. This technology is expected to provide supervised connectivity, almost zero latency, and support advanced applications such as virtual reality and augmented reality more effectively. The competition to dominate the 6G market could become part of technology war. And the last one is sustainable energy and transportation. Leading technologies in renewable energy and then sustainable transportation could also be a focus or focal point. Innovations in energy storage, fuel cell, and electric transportations may continue to develop in response to global environmental challenge. Okay, the next slide will be continued by Nazwa.
Okay, the next is US strategy. In US strategy, there is three strategy. United States strategy in her hegemony effort against China. The first is global technological domination. The United States is trying to maintain its dominance in global technological innovation and development, especially in the 5G network. The rejection of Huawei technology is an effort to ensure that the US remains a leader in the sector. The next is economic strengthening. Is it the United States want to ensure the strengthening of its economy by maintaining control over key technology, including 5G technology, by limiting Huawei participation? The US is seeking to increase its economic advantage. And the last is increasing power and capabilities. Huawei 5G resistance strategy can be understood as part of the United States effort to increase its power and capabilities at the global level, especially in the distribution of power in international structure.
Okay, we continue to strategy of the China's, South Korea and Malaysia in facing the war. And then the first I will explain about China. In this case, the China and South Korea and Malaysia too have unique challenge in the US and China takes war and may adopt different strategies to deal with them. Here are some strategy they may be relevant for each country. And yeah, I will explain the China. In China, there are have promotions of domestic innovations. China can continue to encourage domestic innovations and technological development to reduce dependence on foreign technology international partnership. International partnership develops strategic partnership with other countries, especially those also facing pressure from the US to support each other and collaborate in research and technological development. And then export market diversifications. Export market diversifications and economic collaborations with other countries to reduce the potential impact of some sanctions and trade restrictions from the US. And technological robustness continuously improve technological resilience, including cybersecurity to protect critical data and technology from attacker or sabotage attempt. And then the last is economic diplomacy approach. Using economic diplomacy to build strong economic relationship and promote domestic technology and product in global market. The next is South Korea will explain by Najwa.
Okay, the next slide is strategy for South Korea. For South Korea, we have market diversification and partnership, focus on innovation and quality, industry and government cooperation, and the last is workforce education and training. For market diversification and partnership, South Korea could make more effort to diversify its export market and establish economic partnership with countries outside the US and China. And focus on innovation quality, invest more in innovation and improve product quality and technology to maintain global competitiveness. In industry and government cooperation, encourage closer cooperation between government, industry, and research institutions to advance national technology development. And the last is workforce, improving workforce education and training in the technology sector to ensure the availability of quality human research.
Okay. We will continue to the last country of the strategy. They're Malaysia. Malaysia have 4 strategy. The first one is economic diversifications, continuing effort to diversify the economic, not only the technology sector, but also in other sector. And then investment in research education. Increase investment in research and education to build domestic technological expertise and capabilities. Regional partnership. Develop regional partnership with neighboring countries to build a mutual supportive technology ecosystem. Startup ecosystem promotion, supporting to the development of the startup and innovation ecosystem by providing incentive and support to new companies develop. Okay, the next will continue by Najwa.
Okay, the next slide is implement strategies. Strategies that have been done and should be done in fighting the technology war between the US and China. The first is the strategy that has been implemented. Some strategies that have been taken by China, South Korea, and Malaysia in this context, along with different research. In China, the strategy is Made in China 2025 initiative. China has launched the Made in China 2025 initiative as a strategy to reduce dependence on foreign technology and enhance its innovation capabilities. And the second one is strengthening research and development. China continue to increase investment in R&D to support innovation and development of new technology. And the last is international partnership. China actively form international partnership and cooperate with other countries to garner support and access to the latest technology. And the next is South Korea. In South Korea, we have investment in semiconductor research and development and industry and government partnership. In investment, South Korea continue to invest in research and development, especially in developing semiconductor technology, which is one of the key sectors in the global economy. And in the industry, the South Korean government is actively involved in forming a partnership with industry to advance technology and increase competitiveness. And the last is Malaysia. Malaysia has investment in the technology industry and technology education and HR skills. In investment, Malaysia seeks to increase investment in the technology industry to increase innovation and competitiveness. And in the technology, the Malaysian government focus on technology education and human resource skills development to support technological innovation. Okay, the next slide will be explained with Zian.
Okay, in the next slide, there is the future strategy. Here are some strategy to face and win the US-China technology war, which involves innovations, collaborations, and adaptations to global market dynamic. The first is focus on innovations and development research, or R&D. Technology companies must prioritize innovations and investment in R&D to produce technologically superior product and service. Industrial partnership and collaborations. Forming partnership with local and international companies can strengthen company technological capabilities and research. Workforce skill development. Improve the skill and capabilities of human resource to meet the demands of development technology. Adaptations to international standard. Ensure that product and service comply with international standard to increase capability in the global market. Market diversifications and expansion. Product diversifications and market expansion into various regions can help companies reduce risks and increase market share. Cybersecurity improvement. We are placing cybersecurity as a priority to protect data and intellectual property from cyber threat. Utilizations of new technology. Adopt the latest technologies such as artificial intelligence, quantum technology, and the Internet of Things to increase competitiveness. Competitive improvement in key industries. Increase expertise in key industries that are the focus of each country's technological development. I think the next part is conclusions and will explain by Najwa.
2, 3. Okay, for the conclusion is the first key takeaways is it the US-China technology war is a multi-phase struggle with profound impact on economic then technology industry. And the second one is strategies employed by China, South Korea, and Malaysia reflect a dynamic response to safeguarding technological sovereignty. And the last is innovation, collaboration, and adoption are paramount for success in this ever-evolving global tech landscape. Moving forward, as it ongoing vigilance and strategic planning are imperative. The future lies in technological prowess, innovation, and international collaboration. And the last is the landscape will continue to shift, demanding flexibility and resilience from all involved. And the last in closing, the US-China technology war is not just a battle of nation, it is a technological evolution that will shape the future. And then success hangs on a proactive approach, embracing change and fostering a globally collaborative mindset.
Okay, next is our search from our paper. There is all of our search from Third ID, and then we got from Malaysian small and medium size enterprise sustainability, and then from the SIN Y and Chen 2019 SIN standard post strategy in international standardization, and the others. So many sorts we take. And then thank you. The last this is our presentation. Sorry, I apologize if we have some mistake. The last we say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.